Good evening, chat. It is time. Hello! Taking precious time out of my gaming for this. Wow, you're so considerate, Crimson. Hello, everyone. I was not expecting to stream again so soon, but, something came up, and I have to get this model done. So I figured I would stream it, I guess, even though it's a lot later than when I would normally stream. Thank you, Perkaroos, for tier 1 sub. I get unreasonably excited when you go live. I look like a baby watching Miss Rachel. What does that even mean? Unfortunately, after watching your last stream, I had only gotten inspired to try learning Blender again. So far, I made Jorg and a mug. Well, I don't know what that is, but awesome. That sounds great. Anyways, today is Rainbow Day. The man. Oh, I'm excited. Hang on. Here we are. The last of the planned NPCs. Thank you, Maple Monarch, for resub. Kaboom! Hello, hope your day was great, chat, and Soda. Thank you! My day was okay. It wasn't good at first, but it's better. Yeah, we're gonna be modeling this fella here. Rainbow Day! Today is Rainbow Day. I gotta think. Alright, let's start with this hat. So chat, how was your day today? Thank you, I see a 1 viewer in 1 second. Soda, you fell off. Okay. I don't stream for the viewers. I stream because I like it. And people like learning from my streams. Oh, thank you for gifting tier 1 sub. Wow, lots of donations today, dang. Thank you guys. I like Rainbow a lot. I think he is a swell fella. And may or may not have a function very soon. You didn't hear that from me though. Rainbow is so joyous. So do you make Blender look so easy? It's like no one told you it's the hardest thing in the world. Well, I started Blender because, I was really angry and I needed a specific model done, but I couldn't do it in Studio. And then I just did it. It was hard though. I won't deny that. Like Blender, like learning any skill at first is hard. You know? Hey Sofa Carbon Monoxide, send help, I'm weight painting. Oh, I wish you the best. Weight painting is not fun. You're amazing just for knowing how to use Blender. Well, I think anyone can use Blender, honestly. Maybe I don't think it's that complicated because, I mean, I've been using it for a really long time now, but... I don't know. It's harder for me because, like, I didn't really have a person teaching me. I kind of, like, was like, fuck it, we ball. And I just stumbled my way into learning how to, like, use it. Oh my god, this looks like like the Mario hat. I will say though, if you are trying to make a character first with Blender, don't do that. Or well, you can, but it's a lot harder. Another 100 as your streams are fun when we manage to see your streams. Thank you for the 100 bits. I appreciate it. This is a little too thick. Let's... Meh. Hello, Soda, how's your day? It's going okay. Is Koyo good at chess? I think he would be. His hat needs to look fluffy like the clouds. Something about this feels off. I'm not too sure. Why did Katana avoid the question about hyperlaser? Oh hey look, another donation! Thank you, a high bit, for resub. 5 months old. What were we talking about? Whoa, what was that? What was that? Guys, did you see that? This feels a little too sharp. Okay, it kind of looks a little bit silly at the front. Let me think. How did I do the Folly hat? Because she kind of has something similar. I don't know. It looks like a toad cap. I think maybe it just needs to be flattened out more. And then it like loses shape and it looks all weird. I said I was wondering how long NPC models take on average. Oops, sorry, chat's going a little fast. And if you're willing to answer, do you have any doll maker facts? NPCs nowadays, just because I'm like busier, they take like a few days. I used to be able to pump them out like day of, but I've come to the conclusion Hyperlaser and Katana's relations to each other are neither platonic nor romantic, but a third secret, much more sinister thing that we can never know. Also, happy year and 1 month, yippee. Thank you, Frozen Fish Rolls. Katana and Hyperlaser. Yeah, they were roommates. That's a joke. Oh my god, they were roommates. This looks slightly better, I think. Let me bring this out more. Rainbow's a really fun character. I like had to write some stuff for him and like do some story stuff for him. I think he's really fun. People are gonna like him. This looks okay for now. Honestly, Soda, if you just leave it flattened for now, you could gauge if the hat size should be adjusted off of the horns. I don't know if my clairvoyance is working, but if you add earmuffs and his horns, and I think it'll end up looking more natural later on. You're probably right. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it looks. So you wouldn't mind if I just squeezed Rainbow and made soup with him, would you? I don't think he would appreciate that much. Neither would, spray paint and paint bucket. Okay, it's like a lightning bolt. Dude, I'm like kind of realizing that like fighter gears are like cutie marks. You ever think about that? I do. I think I said this in another stream too, but it's like fighting is literally like Roblox warrior cats. Think about it. It's factioned off into 4 separate regions. They got... They're divided into classes. Support, melee, and range. People defect, the demons defect from their factions. And they have faction leaders. And they... Think about this. Think about this, chat. Let it marinate. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, chat. I've only read, like, the first book. These need to be smaller. I'm not a Warrior Cats fan. I only know the series by proxy of other friends. I was a Wings of Fire kid. Very cool, Rainbow. Rainbow would use the words like demure. Hi Soda, you really inspired me to model and create art again. I was wondering if you have any doll maker facts. If you can't answer, that's alright. Oh, yeah, I remember you asking me. Thank you for the bits, by the way. Doll maker? I kinda don't really like answering facts, because it's too broad of a question. So, maybe be a little more specific. Soda, what is your opinion on Ice Wings? I think they're okay. I think fucking... Hey, how did you learn Blender? I'm in desperate need of help. Love your work, by the way. Okay, wait. I'm trying to think of what tribe I like the most. I think it was, like... let me think. Why am I, like, genuinely, like, trying to be, like, completely honest about this? I think it's either, like, Rain Wings or fucking Sky Wings. And no, it's not because I'm gay. Do not call me gay in the chat. Also, how I learned Blender, I kind of mention it a lot, but basically, I was working on another game called Stars Align, and I needed to make a model for it, but I didn't know how, and I was like, fuck, I'm just gonna use Blender. And then I used it, and it was hard, and it wasn't a very good model, but I did it. And then I was like, damn. Do not call me Homo Kettle. Mods ban this guy. Okay, all of you are getting banned. All of you are getting banned right now. Wait, you work on Stars Align? I work on a lot of things people don't realize. I did a character for... I don't know what the game is called now, but, I think it's called, like, Tower World or something. It was made by Franco J. I made a character for it. I think it's the guy with, like, the cap and goggles. He has a bandana. I made him a really long time ago. Soda, was the Fighting Lobby and Item Asylum submitted by you guys? They actually came to us and they were like, hey, can we add this? And we were like, okay. Am I crazy, but the brim on the hat looks like it's a marshmallow? It is. It's supposed to be kind of fluffy. He's a very fluffy, Rainbow in particular, he's supposed to be very high energy. Because, you know, he's always getting from place to place. He's high energy. He's got to do this and it's got to be fast. And then, like, I'd imagine he would just, like, have absolute crashes where he just is completely miserable all day. Sorry for not being specific last time. Would Dollmaker be a cat or dog person, and would she know anything about the Lost Temple trio? Sorry if it feels like I'm nagging. Love your work. Oh, no problem. I don't think she would really like animals just because, like, they would probably tear up her dolls. Yeah, she doesn't really strike me as, like, an animal person. Also, I should mention about the Tower World thing. I didn't, like, directly, I think Franco J was using it for a separate project. And then, he was like, hey, can you, like, design this thing for me? And I was like, okay. And then I designed a bunch of stuff for it when I was working on Stars Align. And then I think it got reused in Tower World, so yeah. Kind of a funny story, but yeah. That, the little character I mentioned was, one of them. Okay, let's do the, earmuffs. Yeah, boobies. Oh, he looks so cute. We probably gotta fix these horns somehow. They'd probably, like, the earmuffs would connect back here instead. The earmuffs just stick to the side of the head, or is there some other way? No, they would connect back here. I'd imagine, like, fighting, like, headwear is, like, either a lot of it is custom, or, like, hats specifically are, like, tailored in ways to cater to specific horn styles and whatnot. So they have, like, holes on the top or the sides and stuff like that. And, like, for earmuffs and headphones and stuff, sometimes it would either, the band would be on the top or, like, the back or, yeah, stuff like that. Also, I completely forgot to answer the other question. Would she know anything about the Lost Temple Trio? I'm assuming you mean Medkit, Scythe, and Sword? Sorry, I don't... Those are the only characters that come... Maybe Broker? I don't... She would know about them, yes. Okay, these are too big. Let's put them, like, behind the horns right here. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, but how do Rocket's goggles work on his model? The goggle strap just goes straight through his horns. Well, I have some great news for you. Guess who's getting a remodel and a complete redesign? Oh man, chat is freaking out. Okay. Rocket finally gets his receding hairline fixed. Oh yeah, by the way, I just want to give a heads up for any modelers in the chat. We are currently opening... We're planning to open... environment designer applications by the end of the month. So if you want to work on Crossroads, just saying. It's a paid position. Sorry guys, I'm like going back and forth on how I want the horns to look, cause like... Nah. Do you play Roblox Doors? I'm still stuck trying to beat Floor 2. Grumble's a nightmare, and my friends... If my friends don't play Doors. If anyone is reading this and down for that, I am up for a game, tell me. Yeah, I haven't beaten Doors 2. Game too hard. I'm not much of a gamer. I apologize. You think Boombox would have a pet love dove? I'm making a big art project and I think that would be cute to add. Probably not. I don't think he would be very responsible with animals. Okay, yeah, this looks better. What's the funnest model to make? And if so, who's the least fun? I've answered this a few times, but... The most fun model I think I've had to make... I've probably given, like, so many different answers on this, but right now I'm thinking of 7MK0. Just cause, like... Oh man, I don't know if you guys are here for it, but we had, like, a whole birthday game for Aiden. Like, it was so shitty. We made it in, like, a week. And, he played all of it on stream. And, at the end, it was the 7MKO model, and he was, like, genuinely, like, surprised by, like, how well it looked. and I think that's really funny. Who out of all the fighters is the best with animals? Let me think. So would it be fine to make VR chat models of the dev skins like 7MK0, Buster, and Catshot, do you know? That's kind of a hard answer. Or a hard question, sorry. Also, who's the best with animals? I think it'll probably be Hyper Laser. I don't think G or Pix mind if you make 7MK0 or Buster Rocket. But for me personally, I would ask that you don't make Catshot. Sending this again, but I've been meaning to ask directly for the application, does environment development imply just modeling or working in studio and building physically, if that makes sense? Okay, so environment modeling means you will be invited into the place that Crossroads is held in, and you will get to build directly on top of what we have already. You get to do modeling, you get to add whatever. You get paid for it, just do your job. I should mention it's an 18 plus only, position, just for legal reasons. Ow, fuck my knee. Hi Soda, hopefully this isn't considered a crazy lore question, but I was wondering what Lower Crossroad is like. How does the infrastructure develop as you descend further away from the city? Does it get poorer further down, or does it depend what faction it builds towards? It's such an intriguing concept to me. Okay, it's funny you asked that. I can't talk about this. So I mentioned this in previous streams, but I don't think I ever went too in-depth into it, but Crossroads is basically built like a giant wedding cake. You have all of the, transportation and like all the important stuff at the top. That's kind of where the rich people live. And that's where Valkendam are, right? It's the safest area. And all of the economy basically drips, like, literally drips down to the bottom layers. So, like, second layer would be, like, middle class, kind of. And also, they can't drive cars. There's no roads. There's no roads in Crossroads. They don't use cars. It's a walkable city. And yeah, so it basically just drips down and down the layers, and yeah, the bottom layers are, like, definitely considered, like, slums. And you can imagine the kind of activity goes down there. But, yeah. Oh yeah, Zuka doesn't have a truck anymore, sorry guys. And there's like there's monorail systems that take you like directly from Crossroads to the region and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. If Zuka doesn't have a truck, what does he even have? Like a shop, his son, he has a lot of things. He can grill. How do you get in the matches then? It'll be replaced by something else, most likely. Yeah, this is fine for a blockout, I guess. We'll make your pups look fluffier. Very nice. I'm gonna avoid making the scarf for now because it scares me. So we'll do the clothes. So what did you mean when you posted the image of Princess in a cardboard box to Twitter? Fighting sad story. Sad fighting story. Oh man. Can I talk about this? I guess I technically can, because I already showed it. No, I think I talked about it last stream too. Yeah. We're making some more NPCs for like Crossroads and stuff, and like one of my favorite new characters is this old guy, and his name is Harpoon, and he's like a crazy fisherman guy, and he's like a conspiracy theorist. He owns like the big hotel that we shown in the teasers. I can't show you guys what he looks like yet. I also have there's a few new characters that are coming out that I'm very excited to show, but you guys can't see them until like whenever New Crossroads comes out. Unspecified time here. This shit's gonna take 5 years, chat. I'm gonna be so real. So will NPC submissions ever be a thing? No. We're probably gonna start limiting map submissions too, just because of like for optimization reasons. Can the payment be for the dev position thing be in something other than Robux? Asking for a friend. Okay, so I don't know how much I can say about this, but when we had the other developer applications open, we did say, hey, we will be willing to pay with like PayPal or like other forms of, you know, those kinds of apps. But yeah, we kind of got into some I wouldn't say legal trouble, but we got into some tax trouble. And long story short, I'm praying to God the IRS doesn't hunt me down. So right now it's kind of just gonna be in Robux only. Many more sub to come. Yay. Thank you. Thank you for resub. I did not commit tax fraud. I want to say that. I did not commit tax fraud. Hey, just to make sure, am I allowed to mention Harpoon in the stream recap I'm gonna send to the Bog Times, just asking to make sure nobody gets in trouble. Yeah, you can talk about Harpoon. Yeah. No, but the whole thing has been basically solved. Or like, well, I've dealt with it, but I don't want to deal with it again. So that's why most positions you see offer, like, most Roblox positions only offer, like, Robux. It's because it's just a whole can of, like, worms, like, legally speaking. I'm trying to, like, figure out how I want this to look. Oops. So if hypothetically, not so hypothetically, if my PC is 11 years old, almost 12, not hypothetically, will my PC die if I try to run fighting when New Crossroads happens? Probably not, because New Crossroads is optimized. And, Roblox is releasing a bunch of dev tools to make it more optimized. But, yeah, it shouldn't be as bad as the fighting. Like, I know, for mobile players specifically, performance is kind of a big issue right now. But that's because we were kind of making fighting when we didn't know anything about, like, game optimization, so it was kind of made by, like, 3 monkeys banging sticks together. So, yeah. We'll probably be rolling out some, optimization updates soon, actually. Because we kind of found a big thing that, was causing a lot of maps to be very poor performance-wise. And we were able to fix it. We actually just tested it today. Please give mobile players a reload button one day. You were talking to the wrong person. I think maybe this is too far. Sorry if this has been already asked, but what will Rainbow's function be as an NPC in the game? He's a mailman. He's gonna give little gifts on holidays or events. And he writes you little letters. Is Rainbow a gambler? I don't know how you managed to do it, Wook Onk, but you ask the unfunniest questions I think I've ever seen in this chat. And that's an achievement, considering these are fighting fans. Not funny, Grug not laugh, ancestor cry. Sorry, I love you guys. You know that. I'm only playing. We got some issues here. Not a problem. So what are the fighting holidays? I know it was already established that Christmas cannot exist as it implies that Jesus Christ was born in fighting universe, and Easter implies that Jesus Christ died and was resurrected, but I'm wondering if there's some placeholder like Ice Dagger Day or something. Fucking Spawnmus. Okay, I'm literally just making this up on the spot. Fucking... Yeah, Spawnmus. Spawnmus? That was the day the fucking Spawn got founded. I don't fucking know. I'm literally making shit up here. So what day is Spawnmas on? December I don't know. Okay, no, I'm not gonna give a date, because if I do, I think people are gonna take it seriously. Who's the Jesus equivalent in fighting? I actually have an answer to that, but I can't answer it because of lore reasons. And no, it's not Illumina. Asking again, dear God, the highlight drowns my questions. So would Rainbow work as gift redeeming thing? Like, would you guys give away stuff every once in a while and you could talk to Rainbow to claim them? Would there basically be rewards? Would the letters be randomized sets? Or would a new letter be written every few days? Yeah, they would be on special days like fighter birthdays and holidays and in-game events. And yeah, it would basically just be a free gift. And yeah, he'll attach a letter to them and be like, hey, take like your bucks bonus thing. It'll only be available for that specific day though. You can only reclaim it that one day. Would there be gifts for every day of a festival, or just the beginning? We did not plan that far ahead. I cannot give you an accurate answer. It'd be kind of like that thing that fucking Genshin Impact does, where it's like, oh yeah, sorry for the game-breaking bug, take like $5. I'm curious, since you gave clarification on it, is the way New Crossroads set up with the whole cake layers for different levels of the city, like, inspired by the layers of Hell in Dante's Inferno with Limbo, Gluttony, etc.? No, that was not intentional, but you can interpret it like that. Okay, let's make the bag. Hi Soda, can you explain to the class what endguns are? I can, but I do it like every other stream, and I think people are sick of me doing it. So I'll do it if you guys want me to. Yes? Okay. So an engon when you're making a model, a mesh, is what Blender calls it. It could either be called, I know different 3D programs use it, but we're making a model in Blender, right? How a 3D model actually works, like how the computer calculates the faces and the sides of all of the sides of the model, is through triangles. Because triangles are completely flat in every single direction. They are completely flat planes. Like in three-dimensional space, no matter how big you make it, no matter how small you make it, no matter how you stretch it, it is always flat. So using triangles, the computer is able to calculate, like, this is a square, and this is a hat, right? Yeah, like how this arm does it, right? So this is a triangle, this is a triangle, this is a triangle, this is a triangle, so on and so forth, right? To simplify it, to make it easier for us modelers, we use quads, which are, it's geometry with 4 vertices. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a quad. It's a square, right? And it's actually secretly made up of 2 triangles, as I just showed you. So it would be like this, or like this, or however which way, right? But it's made up of 2 triangles. Yeah, it's all secretly triangles, right? And so this is all fine and dandy when you're modeling with your squares and your triangles, right? The computer's like, okay, I know how to calculate this. I know how to render this in the game. However, when you get an n-gon is, the definition of an n-gon is a piece of geometry with more than 5 vertices. So here I have an n-gon, right? To someone inexperienced, you'll think, oh, what is wrong with this, right? It's just like a mesh with an extra vertice, right? And technically, you're not entirely wrong. If you're making a prop or something that doesn't move at all, or like an object, like a rock or something, for instance, right? We call these hard surface models, like guns and, you know, things like that. Technically, you can get away with n-gons, although I don't entirely recommend it. It doesn't usually, it won't mess with the rendering. Again, I don't really recommend it. But with hard surface, you can have an n-gon. It's fine. Or, it's passable. However, if my character is animating, like, I want the arms to move, I want the face to contort and express, I want it to deform, these vertices are going to be moving. And when you have these vertices moving, they make shapes. Right? And typically, these shapes are supposed to be made out of triangles, right? Just like I said earlier. But with an n-gon, it's not a square, and it's not a triangle. So, the computer gets scared. So, like, if I do this, and I'm, like, doing this, the computer is like, what am I looking at? Right? It's like, what is happening here? And this is not good when it comes to modeling and animating and stuff like that. This is not good. The computer gets confused and scared. And typically, most game engines, when you port these, it'll use a process called tessellation, which is where it'll break down your model into triangles, which is why every time I export a model from Roblox into Blender, it always shows up as triangles, because the engine itself did this, right? That's a normal thing. Yeah, so if I have a specific mesh and it's completely made up of n-gons, the computer or the engine is going to automatically make it into, or divide it into triangles, right? Something like this, right? But this may not be what you want. Maybe you don't want it from this angle. Like, what if I wanted it to be like this? Right? Now the entire, like, face has completely changed. So that's why it's considered problematic to use n-gons. It's just bad topology overall. So basically n-gons freak out due to undefined creases. Yes, essentially. But, yeah, that's why, modelers tend to stray away from n-gons. Again, you can get away with it. Like, I don't want to treat them as if it's, like, a spawn of Satan or whatever. Because I used a lot of n-gons when I was starting out, just because I didn't know, right? Every beginner's gonna make that mistake. They didn't know. But, yeah, it's just kind of good to keep in mind. And also, with n-gons, when you're rendering something, or like you have it under a specific shader or lighting, it's gonna, the computer's gonna freak the fuck out, because it's gonna be like, what the fuck? How do I shade this completely undefined mass? Or, well, it'll, like, automatically triangulate, but it's gonna look weird, because you didn't do it manually. That's what I'm trying to get at right now. But, yeah, that's what an n-gon is. Soda clip farming for real. What does that even mean? What the hell is clip farming? Would Dom and Valk have a pet? Probably not. It's too much maintenance. I think after the Love Dove and Midnight Crow festival, they probably don't want any more animals. So is there homophobia in the fighting universe? Asking for a friend? I gotta be careful with how I answer this. Technically speaking, no. Cause, like, fighters, they don't have genders. Like, they're blocks. Like, they don't have reproductive organs. There's no female, there's no male. They're just gears. So, technically, no. But I will say, I think in the fighting universe, they can still hate you for, like, maybe depending on the gear you spawned with or whatever. But I wouldn't call that homophobia. I don't really know what I would call that. Like, maybe gearphobic. I don't know. I don't know. It's not racism, because it's not a race. Gearism? I don't know. I can't believe I'm talking about this. Yeah, let's call it gearist. Were people gears towards medkit when she was in Blackrock? No. Maybe Subspace. Subspace is canonically Gearus, chat. I think you're super awesome. How long did it take you to learn Blender? Like a while. I mean, I'm still kind of learning Blender even now. But, yeah, I'd say, like, it took me, like, 2 years to get, like, fully comfortable with it, I think. If you had a literal buttload of bucks to spend, could you commission Subspace to build you a custom-designed biograph? Probably not. He would have to deem you as, like, worth his time. Which he doesn't really do all that often. Subspace doesn't like a lot of people, chat. I think people don't realize this. Here we go. Twitter rubified Subspace so much that people don't realize his true character, Grug. Thumbs down, Grug. Disappoint. I bash rock and stone in solitude. Thank you, Grug. It is Fafa Fate. Shit. I always forget the hotkey. Is it Control T? Ah, I got it. What the hell? Oh. What? Why aren't these merged? That's whack. Uh-oh. Something happened. Uh-oh, I may need to redo this. So do you like dark chocolate? No, not really. I like milk chocolate. Which fighter would be scared of spiders? Rocket. What? I literally just merged them. What? Oh, there we go. These straps are always hard to do. Would Biograph eat oil? I'm gonna take your hand when I say this. Biograph does not have a mouth. I don't know if you noticed, but there's a distinct lack of you know. And no, biographs don't eat, so they wouldn't even eat oil in the first place. What are your inspirations for your character designs, and how long do they usually take? My inspiration? Autism. How long do they take? Like, a few days. Or a few hours, depending how I'm feeling. Okay. We will clean this up manually. Nice. Alright, we got the little strap. Let's, apply the skin. Soda, what do you think Boombox's room/house would look like? Probably, like, really messy. Nice. Oh, big guy. Oh. Why is everyone saying sad in the chat? I just looked back. Why so sad? Someone asked how Medkit's apartment would look. Oh yeah, I remember streaming it. Like, me making Medkit's apartment. It was just kind of bland. So what happens if Vinestaff's cursed arm catches on fire? I mean, it's her arm. What do you think happens when an arm catches on fire? Let's see. Oops. Reminder to chat that I'm not going to answer lore questions. Like this stick, I think. Sorry, chat. I'm a little locked in right now. Let me see the wireframe on this.
Get those robbers out of the bank, dead or alive.
Okay. If Pride Parades happened in the fighting universe, would Rainbow attend? Would any other characters attend? Well, Pride Parades don't exist in the fighting universe, but, I mean, considering his whole getup, I think every day is Pride Day for him. Let me add like a little like buckle. Just so it makes the transition a little easier. Oops. That's odd. Oh. Whoops. There we go, little buckle. Let's do the little star thing. 1, 2, 3, 12. Is 12 okay? Let's try it. Boom, 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 boom. No, that's an X. Maybe like... $16. Whoops. Yeah, that's kind of cute. Boom. Cute little X. Couldn't connect vertices. Oh. There we go. Yay! Look how cute that looks. And then we can just delete the back. Because it's not shown to the camera. Quick question about modeling. Why'd you add the extra edges to the X on the belt strap? And what does it do to topology? No, it's just nicer topology. Like, if I didn't have the edges in the middle, I'm assuming? That's what you're talking about? It just becomes a big N-gon. And we don't want N-gons. N-gons, not good. Alright, we got the strap done. Let's do the sleeveys. I think Rainbow would like... It's so cool because Rainbow has like his own little building and actually it's quite big. He has like a big building in Crossroads. And it looks really cool. Regarding Blackrock, yes or no question. Is it a rich faction just like Lost Temple? If this counts as lore, then I'm sorry about that. Blackrock? I think economically, yeah. It's kind of implied it's a lot more advanced. Does the silly mail boy have a mailroom? Yes, he does. He has a really big, like... I wish I could take a photo of it, but it's, like, not finished. It's like a rainbow mail... post office? It's not really a post office, it's a big tower. The post pillar, then. Yeah. Can Rainbow be the one to deliver my broker push? I'll pay extra just for him to deliver it. Well, unfortunately, Rainbow does not exist in our world, but in spirit. Maybe, like, we had the, thing like this. There we go. He looks so cozy. Let's do a weighted normal. Okay, now's the time I've been waiting for. Well, I've been dreading, but we're gonna try to making the scarf. I just, like, I don't even know how it's gonna work. It's gotta be big. When it comes to mirrored objects on a model, like the sleeves, are you able to make them two separate colors in the texture, or will they be the same color? Oh, you can make them two separate colors. You just gotta separate the mesh. I mean, you would have to separate the mesh anyways if you wanted it to animate it, but, yeah, you can make them two separate colors. We color it in Studio. Most of the time. Soda, would Illumina get enjoyment from seeing people have a panic attack? I don't know. That's a very specific question. I'm gonna say no, just cause, like, I don't really think he enjoys doing random things like that. Maybe Darkheart. So does Light Block's a night person? I don't know. I think she likes the daytime. I think night makes her feel sad. Would the light off of medkit slash subspace's crystals attract moths? I don't know, do moths exist in the fighting universe? I never really thought about that before. I'm gonna say no. Because I think subspace's crystal would just kill them. Maybe medkits. How tall are the beta biographs compared to the other two? Yeah. I do not know. I don't have an answer for you. Yeah, I'm gonna be real, chat. Like, a lot of the questions you guys asked is, like, cause, like, I've said this before, but, like, before we make something, like, officially, like, canon, we like to discuss we like to discuss it first. But, like, on stream, people, like, ask me shit I've, like, would never even consider, so I'm like, uh-oh. And then I just kind of answer with, like, oh, okay, maybe they would do this and this. It's not like that all the time, but, like, for a lot of the questions, yeah. So I just want to let you guys know that, keep in mind, a lot of my answers are kind of, like, with a grain of salt, unless I'm, like, saying, like, oh yeah, we were planning this and this. Like, the Crossroads stuff is, like, completely accurate. I can accurately say that is, like, canon with confidence. You just make up answers on the spot? Yeah, sometimes. Like, I think I got asked one time, like, what fucking medkit shoe size would be. Like, why would I ever think about medkit's shoe size? Does medkit like Italian dressing? Yeah, my point proven exactly. Like, what the fuck do you mean, does medkit like Italian dressing? No, I've never considered that before in my life. Italy doesn't exist in fighting. Yeah, that too. Italy just doesn't exist. The suspicious Italy-shaped faction in question. There is no suspicious Italy-shaped faction, I can tell you that. Okay, I don't really like the shape of the scarf. We're redoing it. If Shuriken ever met Coil, would they get along? I don't know. More dollmaker questions, apologies. Is she scared of Scythe? I don't think she's scared of Scythe. I think she feels pity. Okay, one more modeling question before I go. Do you recommend using modifiers such as the one that adds thickness on models that'll be imported into another studio, like Roblox Studio or game? Or will it affect how the topology would look in-game? Yeah, all modifiers will affect your topology in one way or another. It's kind of up to you. Like, I feel like technically you can make stuff without modifiers, but I don't really recommend it. It'll change your, try count and your, Yeah, it'll just change your try count and your topology, but that doesn't necessarily make it a bad thing. A lot of the modeling questions are kind of just like, it depends. Because I don't really think there's like, besides like optimization, there's not really one right way to do modeling. But yeah, that's my answer. Thank you, It's D-Man, for tier 1 sub. But your personal opinion, would Rainbow and Traffic get along? Because if I can recall, you said they both like traveling and stuff? Oh. Yeah, I think Traffic would be amused by Rainbow. Well, shit, I meant to put that with my sub-message, but oh well. Now that Scythe and Coil are here, are you going to update that one relationship chart from a while ago? If so, will you add NPCs like Rainbow? Okay. Here's the thing. If you guys remember the relationship chart, most of, if not a lot of it, is very outdated. And because we just keep adding more characters, the chart would eventually get so big to the point where it would become fucking, like, unreadable. So, I'm not really doing them anymore. Because of that. But, yeah, so, yeah, I don't use that as a source anymore. It's old, it's outdated, and it's ugly. Oops. More NPC for Crossroads rework when? They've already gone into development. I'm just not showing you. How r/would be Scythe's interaction with Coil? I don't know if all the dialogue has been added yet, and I really wanted to see dialogue between them. Actually, I had dialogue. I had written dialogue with them, but I don't think it ever got added. So, oh well. Because I wrote, all of Coil's dialogue. But G was the one that kind of, like, went through them all and sifted through all of them and decided which ones would get added into the game. Spill the potential dialogue then? Well, I can't because it's in a weird place where if it's not added into the game, it shouldn't be considered as canon. And I don't want to, like... I don't know. So yeah, sorry chat. Very cool. I think if Subspace saw Rainbow, he would be like, oh my god, my eye! Yeah, I just don't think Subspace would be like, I just don't think it's natural. Sorry, I'm being like such an op to Subspace today, but in my defense, it's really funny. Like, it's okay if you do it, just like don't be gay around me. Oh god, that's terrible. Oh, the buttons get covered up. I just realized. Let's move this one up. Then we can delete this one. Subspace is just kind of everything phobic, chat. That's a joke. Rotting and homophobic, he needs to pick a struggle. That's what I'm saying. Does Pernicious have, like, any friends, any allies at all, or does everybody just hate them? You gotta think. I think they have, like, a good business relationship with Subspace, but, like, they're not really friends. It's like how, like, yeah, no, that's it. Is Voidstar in good hands with Banehammer? I need to check up on the dog. I'm sorry. Well... I mean, they, like, spray her with the hose and they feed her, so... I guess she's got all she needs. What's the one video where it's like, is that your fucking dog, bitch? And then the guy's like, oh, he don't bite. Yes, he fucking do! Broker in the next cell over from Voidstar. I think Broker is genuinely fucking terrified of Voidstar. Rainbow's looking pretty good so far. Random question, but I remember Beta Biograph was modeled and said to be an NPC. Is that still the case? Will Beta Biograph be in Crossroads? Yes, that is still the case. It's just Crossroads isn't here yet, so, you know. I want, like, all of the Biograph types to be in Crossroads. Like, ideally, if... This is in a universe where all of my ideas come to fruition. I'd want to have, like, every single Biograph in Crossroads. Or, well, maybe not all of them, because, like, I feel like some would be, like, Blackrock only, but... If all your ideas came into fruition, Subspace would be dead by now? Oh, that's not true. I'm keeping him alive so I can see him suffer. I'm gonna be real, he seems to cause more suffering than suffering himself. I mean, his body is rotting from the inside out. I don't know how you can get more textbook suffering than that. And, like, slowly dying. Okay, let's do the shoes. Or I guess the pants first. See the shoes? I see the money. Dude, Rainbow's boots are like my favorite part of his design. It's so cool. They look like fucking Skechers. Soda, can you listen to the fighting song by Ulpu? Ulpu? Is it the stupid, like, AI one? Because I have seen it. Are you gonna remake the sword mini? I don't know if I feel like it. I already got, like, the rest of the fighters to do. Ah. Big yawn. Has Scythe seen / heard about Voidstar yet from Broker? That's an interesting question. I think yes. Because, like, I feel like her and Banehammer have, like, duked it out so many times. Ah, shit. This is lopsided. Sorry about the questions. Last question regarding Dollmaker. You said that she pitied Scythe. Does she feel the same way for Medkit? Let me think. Yeah, I think she does. Belt. Alright. We are on the 2-hour mark of the stream, and it is currently 9:20 p.m. So, I think I'm gonna call it for tonight. But, look at what we got so far. Very cool. Okay, thank you guys for joining the stream. Even though it was later. Alright. Bye-bye, fellas.